premier balloon capital of the world, this is live coverage of the 50th anniversary edition of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, powered by ExxonMobil. It's Balloon Fiesta Live. And now, direct from the rooftop studio at Balloon Fiesta Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico, here are your hosts, Glenn Moyer and Art Lloyd Jr.
And good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you're here on the field with us at Balloon Fiesta Park or joining us on Balloon Fiesta Live around the world. It is Wednesday, it's Hump Day at the 50th Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, powered by ExxonMobil. You're watching Balloon Fiesta Live. I'm Glenn Moyer, and as always, just beside me is Art Lloyd Jr. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I had to do that because one of our photographers caught a weird picture of me doing that. One of the navigator. One of those. Yeah. So, hey, you're right. It is Wednesday. It is Mass Ascension Day. It is Flight of the Nations Day. Sponsored and brought to us by New Mexico True. And
and it's rainy day.
You know, I was thinking on the way in this morning, I can't remember a year where we've had this many days of iffy weather.
I can't either. In the 33 years I've been up here, I don't remember a week like this. One where it was this unseasonably warm.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really been, the temperatures have been really nice. We haven't had a lot of wind issues. A couple of evenings.
The first couple of evenings.
But I mean, when we've flown, the conditions have been good.
Right.
Throughout. Not like sometimes when the wind comes up and the landings get a little sporty or whatever.
All that.
But it's just been this constant spotty rain and storminess that's not so much been here at Balloon Fiesta Park, but just kind of
in the area,
all around us in the area, causing problems.
I have a little satellite loop of the weather that runs on my home computer with my weather station, and I was looking over the last 3 days, and there is just this system, clouds, and you just
show your daughter how much you love.
Krispy Kreme glow. We understand there might be a brand new balloon revealed during the Krispy Kreme glow this morning.
So we've heard, yeah.
We've heard that might be happening. Then we're scheduled for our Mass Ascension. Actually, it's still a very full day here because in the middle of the day, we're going to do an awards ceremony and hand out all the prizes of the competition over the last week. And then we're scheduled for our final glow, our night magic glow tonight. Tomorrow morning, the final farewell Mass Ascension. So this morning, tonight, and tomorrow morning, the awards show we'll record and put up online so that you can watch that. And of course, you can always go back and watch any of the shows for the past 9 years at BalloonFiestaLive.com.
Yeah, these 9 days have just flown by. It just blows me away. Every year we start talking about it on Saturday morning, and here we are.
And next thing you know, we're on Saturday morning again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We just saw the ExxonMobil balloon standing up, getting ready to stand up because it is ExxonMobil Day here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
Piloted by Tristan McLean and his group of cowboy-hatted crew people.
And he's down by the Main Street stage. He'll be the balloon of the day today.
Usually he's right in front of us, but because he is balloon of the day, he's down there about center field and ready to showcase with all these fine people that have come out this morning.
Well, they hook up the flag. They're right by the Main Street stage, as you said. That's where the national anthem is performed from. So, yeah, all the wonderful things that happen.
And we see the Dawn Patrol operations beginning to inflate.
Just
There's
on the other side
yeah,
of
right
it.
behind him in the Chick-fil-A balloon. And I think that's Rod Baca. That's part of the Krispy Kreme glow there.
Well, he's getting a head start.
Yeah, he is. Maybe he's just checking his system out. A lot of times pilots will do that in the morning after a flight. Maybe they landed in a tight spot the day before and they want to make sure that everything's okay. So they'll put a little cold air into it. Then they'll just let it kind of float and fluff back down until it's their turn to participate in whatever they're assigned to do here at the Balloon Fiesta. There's Tim Taylor,
Yeah.
And Matthew Grody right in the middle.
Seems like there's a few more crew people out there with the big, powerful, I'd call them flashlights, or more like searchlights, or I think the new term is torches.
Yes.
To be able to light up the balloons, just to kind of watch and see what's going on. And my understanding is that our Dawn Patrol balloons are going to stand up and do a static display for us this morning and not be flying away.
Not as of yet, that's correct.
They may change their mind, but the initial indication is that is going to be the game plan today. Our reading of the pieball, and that's the wind speeds and directions that our weather team here at Balloon Fiesta has sent off, is that the direction is to the north today, which would mean we'd be going up towards the Sandia Pueblo. And while they're great neighbors and it's okay to land up there, the resources that we need to be able to land 550 balloons up there, we would totally stretch those. So we'll have to see what absolutely happens. The other thing is, as we've talked about kind of every year, every day, we always have to be careful of what the winds are doing at higher altitudes.
The winds aloft are critical. Correct?
Yeah, and what we're talking about is like 1,000 feet. Not the winds at 9,000, 12,000 feet. While we pay attention to those, the ones that are at about 1,000 feet where we would definitely be flying are something we also pay attention to.
Yeah, if you look on the field right now, there's hardly any wind. I'm looking at our weather station here on the stage. It's only 1.3 out of the west-southwest, so which would take you in the heading exactly what they're saying, almost going to 0 or 360 degrees, somewhere in that area. So those upper levels play a big role in making the Albuquerque box create itself. So that's where you have the winds coming down from the San Francisco Mountains, as we talked about, into the Rio Grande Valley, and then the upper levels start to change so you can actually have some sort of steering ability. So when the winds aloft are not cooperating, you never really know what happens. So we really aren't going to know what happens until the sun comes up, because we've talked about that many, many times. As the sun comes over the Sandia Mountains, it starts to warm up and make the conditions change. I've been on the west side of Albuquerque several times flying over the years, and you go out there and go kick the dirt, watch a tumbleweed go by, and then the sun comes up. Maybe you decided not to fly, and 20 of your other friends do, and you kind of kick yourself because you're going, man, I should have flown today.
Yeah, we always talk about you can always second guess that go decision, but once you make the no-go, that's the one not to second guess.
Correct.
Once you've decided no, then it needs to stay no until the next flight opportunity, not 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, I've always also used the 3 strikes in your out roll.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a whole nother one.
And those 3 strikes could be anything. Maybe your crew didn't show up on time. Maybe you woke up late. Maybe you forgot to fill your gas tank for your fan and or your vehicle. Car,
yeah.
Chase vehicle. There's several different things, and I've done that before. Maybe you're just not feeling it. One of those strikes could be, I just didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, and maybe it's that the fan isn't starting.
Right.
I'm struggling with that.
Yeah.
So anything that when you get 3 of those, like baseball, it's time to put it away and call it a day till the next time.
Yeah, as I tell people a lot of times, yes, we're here for 9 days for the world's largest event. The people that live here are very lucky because you get a lot of air time out here in Albuquerque, but there's always sometimes a better day to fly. And whether it's not here, even back home, wherever these folks come from, it's instead of taking a risk or making a mistake, there's always a better day to fly. And, it's one of the rules we live by in ballooning.
And you've heard the saying, we've all said this over and over again, it's definitely better being on the ground, being up there being down here wishing you were up there versus being up there wishing you were down back on the ground.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's that's kind of where and how the things that happen. Hey, we'll continue to interact with you as we have all week on our YouTube chat and our Facebook chat as well. Some folks on YouTube are waving to us from the Pilot Pavilion, so we're waving back. And then someone would like to know if we can explain how the old Adams pop-top deflation port worked.
Well,
you want to do it?
There aren't many of those around anymore. You know, those balloons are aging out, kind of like we are. But the way that they were designed,
old pop tops go to the stage.
Yes, old pop tops go to the stage. I like that. You know, in the beginning of ballooning, there were all sorts of different types of deflation devices. The Adams pop top was developed, and basically there was like this bone that they stuck at the top of the thing, rather than your normal Velcro tabs that would hold the parachute in place. And when you cold inflate it, put the hot air into it, it expands, and then you're flying. When the Adams pop top, and I wish we had some video of it, it's actually really cool. I've seen you describe it before. They pull that bone, it's a one and done type of thing, and that whole thing, the whole top comes up, and the balloon basically falls down right on top of the basket.
Yeah. The modern balloons, as you were saying, have a parachute. We have to pull that down to let the hot air go around it, and then it reseals when you let go. But with the pop top, it just flips up. We, gosh, a number of years ago, Bill Dimmitt, who has since retired from flying, did a static display here on the field. He was sitting here. We're coming up on the end of our show, and I actually called down and got the launch directors to go down there and have him deflate for us, because he had an Adams pop top. So we had that whole thing. In fact, what was really cool, was unintended, was there was a balloon with a parachute top deflating right next to him. And they basically started their deflation at the same time. And of course, Bill's balloon was on the ground in less than a minute, and the other one was still coming down 5, 6, 7 minutes later.
Well, and I think, now that I think about it, ask and we shall receive. I'm going to reach out to Eric Hodges, because I believe I was flying with him one time on the west side, and we got a great video, like a 15, 20-second video, flying over it as they deflated. And you see so I'll reach out to Eric and see if we can get that for this afternoon and show all you guys.
And I know that we can find the video with Bill Dimmitt. I actually used it in the close of our show last year.
Okay.
So we'll find that as well. Hey, one of the great things to do when you come out to Balloon Fiesta, and you'll want to make plans to do this next year, and that is to come to the Gondola Club. Treat yourself, upgrade your experience to a VIP experience at the Gondola Club. And Diane Kinderwater has made her way to the Gondola Club this morning. So Diane?
VIP, extraordinaire, and luxury. I'd say almost the best seats, but really, Trish, there are best seats everywhere.
Yes, there are.
There really are. But here, it's a little bit of white glove treatment.
Yes.
Trish Hathoot,
yes,
is the supervisor,
I'm the
host,
here,
the lead hostess.
Yes, to make sure everybody has an absolute wonderful wow experience here at the Gondola Club. You've got everything that you need here at the Gondola Club if you ever want to come out here. Private seating, private parking. You've got merchandising tent here, private restrooms. You've got food. You've got a bar that opens at 7 with 3 free drinks, both in the morning and in the evening as well. So it is definitely VIP experience.
And we can have the great view here. We're seeing the Drawn Patrol. I think we're getting that behind us. Again, a great seat, comfortable heaters. You've got heaters here.
Yes, you got heaters out here. Out here we have about 650 seats per session. So, if you ever want to actually come out here and purchase a ticket for Gondola Club, they normally go on sale that first week of April. So, and they sell out quick.
So you have to go online and buy it in April,
balloonfiesta.com.
May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months early.
Yes, and they sell out very quickly. So
you have a lot of repeats, I imagine.
Oh, we get people. I've seen. I can't tell. This is my 4th year at Gondola Club, and I've seen. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many people are repeats, and then bring their friends, their family, everybody over here.
And we have a friend here from Boston.
Yes.
You're up. Boston.
Yes.
Are you a first-time gondoler?
No.
First-time gondola?
No, I've been here. I started 40 years ago coming down.
Wow. How many times in gondola?
Probably 5 or 6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it any other way?
No.
Why is that?
It's really nice. It's exciting.
What about
So,
us too, right?
yeah, of course.
No, you love the gondola club, right?
The
The
gondola is great, yep.
VIP treatment here?
Yeah, so it's great. Food is great. Coffee, hot chocolate is really good.
Thank you. And we have our friends from neighboring Denver. We're our Colorado friends.
Right.
How many times have you come to the gondola club?
I think since it started.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Appreciate
it's
you.
great.
Appreciate you. Oh, she's got some good chilies too. Oh, very nice, very nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to be here at the gondola club too. My first time.
First time.
Back to Ted and Art.
Thanks, Diane.
I bet it won't be her last time.
No, it won't be. And for the gentleman from Boston, he doesn't have to worry about it. He just packs the cab and then he gets on the little shuttle and comes in and enjoys the gondola club.
Well, there you go. So that was Ron Baca with the Farmers Insurance Balloon standing up, kind of getting in early on the Krispy Kreme glow.
I see some other Krispy Kremers out here to the west that are going. I saw Lori Van Sant and Keith Tkach already.
So the row behind Chick-fil-A is the Dawn Patrol. The row behind Rod and Farmers Insurance is the Krispy Kreme glow. So getting a lot of balloons stood up. We've been watching the Dawn Patrol do flicker burns and all burns, their own kind of mini glow here this morning. And like we said, Krispy Kreme balloons getting a head start and getting their balloons standing up a little bit sooner as well. I think they want to join in the fun.
Absolutely. Celebrate.
So while we have a little break here as we continue to work our way towards 7 o'clock sunrise and our national anthem, I didn't get a chance to pull any viewer pictures last night. Had a few other little fires to put out, so I didn't get to the viewer pictures. I got them, I just didn't get a chance to prepare them for air. So we'll check those out tonight and tomorrow. But you can send us your comments and pictures. All you have to do is email all that stuff, Balloon Fiesta Live at balloonfiesta.com. So Balloon Fiesta Live at balloonfiesta.com. I would love to see your pictures. I'd love to hear what makes Balloon Fiesta Live special to you.
What do you enjoy about it? What are we missing out on? What should we be doing? We love the input. I was always told feedback is a gift.
And I've been a continuous improvement guy. I can trace it back to 8th grade. So we're always looking like this show. I mean, we started out with 3 or 4 cameras and we got a few more. We added mobile cameras. We're now up to 11, I lost count, 11 or 12 camera shots now. We added incredibly long lenses to the camera on the north end and on the south end. 2 drone shots included in those camera angles, 3 remote wireless type cameras. So we've got it all covered. We have a full IFB setup here, which means that the truck can talk to us and we can talk to them without it going over the air. So heavy duty communications, if you will, radios to the officials and other folks. So yeah, it's a highly technical produced show. I guess I just say it that way.
We talked last night about where we've come from, back in '72 all the way to where we are 53 years later. I submitted some photos to you that I had back in the day. You probably remember this. The weather used to be communicated to the pilots on these big whiteboards, and they would launch in different waves, and those waves were named after like Sandia, Zuni, and so on and so forth. And I ran across some pictures my old man took with his old Nikon 35mm, and it was just pretty amazing to see, how they used to communicate. And nowadays, where you're getting communicated right now from the tower. So we get all sorts of upgrades as we move along in technology, and the technology will only continue to improve.
So word to the pilots, just as you were speaking there, is that there may be a quick little shower come through, but we're still on for 7 o'clock when we'll do our national anthem, and we'll do our flyover by Chile Flight Express. That's still a go at this point. And a little special deal with our burners at 7 o'clock that we like to do on the Saturday mornings with the flight of Chile Flight Express, so we'll continue to prepare for that that activity.
Yeah, you can see some of these dawn patrollers probably got the memo as well, and they don't want to get their systems wet. There's a little shower coming through the area. The reason being is, you know, back in the day, I remember watching balloons fly in the rain or be inflated in the rain or the snow.
And the snow and all that stuff.
But you know, you get a little bit of moisture on the coating that's inside these balloons, and they're, you know, these balloons are not cheap, and they want to protect their system. So we want to make sure that they're safe as well. If there is any sort of lightning or anything in the area, which that's not been indicated, but if there is, you know, you're flying with a metal ring on the top of your balloon, and that's you don't want to be out there with that happening.
Not to mention that all of this fabric, when you deflate, you get all packed up, and now you've put all this wet fabric in a bag, and if you don't get it out and get it dried, you get mildew.
Yep.
So there we are.
I think this is the birthday of this brand new balloon, if I'm not mistaken.
It's definitely the debut of this balloon. So this is what we've kind of been teasing you about, that we heard that there was going to be a new balloon revealed this morning. And so that is it. The balloon is piloted by J.J. Mancini. Call up, I should have been ready for that.
Who normally flies Mr. Sprinkles.
And the name of this new balloon is Revolt Rising. And so you can see the blue and the white with the other design. It was commissioned by the Heritage Hotel chain and designed by a local native artist named Virgil Ortiz. JJ tells us a lot of cool symbolism and intent, so that he has sent this information to us, and they have put this up. So yeah, it's been what they want to say about this is, in the months leading up to the 1680 Pueblo Revolt, there was a young Tahu was forced into an archery contest against a Castilian fighter. He mocked her youth and underestimated her skill until her arrow found its mark, felling him before the rest of his men. Humiliated and enraged, the invaders retaliated with ruthless vengeance, seizing Tahu and the girls of her pueblo and blinding them with heated swords. Wow, that's kind of
that's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff there. So yeah.
So I'm sure that balloon has tremendous amounts of symbolism in it. There's some really outstanding artwork. And
just reading that paragraph, we'd be able to check that out.
And then talking about technologies, think about back in the day, a lot of the balloons in the past that had any sort of designs had the actual fabric overlaid on them. Nowadays, they can actually print these onto the fabric.
Yeah, so bottom line on this balloon, Tahu and the translator stand as guardians, carrying the strength of the ancestors to empower future generations. And Virgil Ortiz typically works in clay, but with his subjects and his product, looking at history, science fiction, and of course visual storytelling to ignite conversations about indigenous identity and futurism. Yeah. So what a great new balloon being unveiled here at Balloon Fiesta, and you now know about it. And
thank you to JJ and his team. Yeah.
JJ's on the board of directors here at the Balloon Fiesta, by the way. But he said we're doing a great job and wanted to give us a heads up that they were going to stand this balloon up this morning. So thanks for that, JJ. And that's a really cool looking balloon. All right, let's go back over to Diane Kinderwater and see what she has cooked up for us this time.
Oh gosh, decisions. You know, if you watch Balloon Fiesta Live, I love hats, but here the Gondola Club, their merchandise tent, my gosh. They say they have these everywhere, but I'm not sure if they have, right? You can buy these at the main, we got the shirts. What do you buy? What do you purchase? We've got Regina here and Naomi. Regina, what's the hottest selling item?
T-shirts.
I like this one.
Yeah, all kinds of T-shirts, every color.
Every color. But I like the hats too.
It's such a hard choice. It's such a hard choice. You got to get them both.
You meet people from all over the world here in the Gondola Club?
Absolutely everywhere. I've met so many people this week.
And what we found here with our little group, just meeting, so much fun. I'm from Minnesota originally, and we've got John here and Bernadette from Minnesota.
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And you meet people, and then you said that you're
I'm from Wisconsin originally.
And I said, I'm a Badger, Wisconsin Badger, so there's always something in common here. And you're what?
I'm from Texas.
Okay. Well, you're our neighbor here in New Mexico. John, how many times have you come to the Gondola Club?
Well, this is our first year.
First time.
Yeah.
First time. What do you think of this VIP treatment so far?
Oh, this is great. I thought it was fantastic.
Why is that?
Oh, it's just everything's so beautiful and the people are so nice. And, yeah.
Easy parking, nice warm bathrooms.
Yeah.
Nice meal.
Nice meal, Bernadette. No cooking for you.
Exactly.
Good. What are you going to tell your friends back home?
They should come. They should come.
Yeah.
Should come.
We know some are going to feel bad that they didn't.
Right. There's always next year. This is the 53rd, and we got the 54th coming out. Thanks. Back to you, Ted and Art.
Hey, say hi to Regina for me. Thanks, Diane.
All right, we are here on Saturday morning at Balloon Fiesta. Our Dawn Patrol balloons have stood up and deflated. This is Krispy Kreme standing up. Rod Baca and his Farmers Insurance balloon, along with the new debut of, I just blanked out on the name and I've closed my computer. Revolt Rising.
Revolt Rising.
And so we're checking that out. What's happening here at the field is they told us to prepare for a light sprinkle coming through at 6:30, which is about 6 minutes from now. We're actually starting to feel that right here on the rooftop studio and on our stage set. This is supposed to be very short-lived and come through. We're still looking at activities to take place on schedule at 7 o'clock. And as we just checked the radar, things, this little cell is coming through very quickly. So hopefully we'll be able to stick here with you. At worst, we'll pick up and walk behind the set, switch microphones. We're already covering our cameras, but we'll leave the lenses uncovered so we can still be able to bring you the action as it is and continue to talk about different things that are happening.
Yeah, looking at the radar right now, it looks like it's just going to skirt to the southeast of Fiesta Field if the models stay where they're at, and we may get a little bit wet, but that's okay. Doesn't look like there's much behind it. As you said, we are still on track for our operations. There you go.
Look how fast it's moving through.
Yeah, it's going to come through pretty quick.
And so, yeah, we're kind of right in that little gap that you saw, that big kind of one coming up. We're kind of right in front of that, so should whip right through at the speed that was moving. All of the indication that I've gotten from our weather officials and our event officials who are in direct contact with the weather folks, just a light shower coming through here, scheduled for 6:30, so it's actually a couple minutes early. But you know what that means? That means it's a great time. We told you about sending in your pictures to us. It's also a great time for you to go shopping.
Yes.
And you can do that at balloonfiestastuff.com. That's the place where if you're not in the Gondola Club or you're not on the field and can't get to the merchandise tents, you can go pick up one of those hats or 2 of those hats or 25 of those hats, because I swear we have 25 different versions available to you this year. Lots of hats, lots of t-shirts. As you heard, the t-shirts are selling quickly. Lots of those available to you. You can get them all at balloonfiestastuff.com. When you go there, if you are buying sportswear, the hats, the hoodies, the t-shirts, if you're buying any of that, use the special code that is only available to Balloon Fiesta Live viewers. That code being BF Live. So put the stuff in your cart. When you get ready to check out, there's a place to enter a discount code. Enter the code BF Live, and you'll be given 10% off on all the sportswear in your cart. So it doesn't work on the pins and patches and spinners and that kind of stuff, but it will work on all of the sportswear.
And it also works on the same jackets that we are giving away here for Balloon Fiesta Live. So if you don't think that you're going to have the opportunity to win, now is the time to go on there and actually put in that code and pick out your size, and you could be wearing the same jacket that Art and myself and our staff and the winners will receive for the Balloon Fiesta Live staff jacket. Sorry, folks, we're getting a little bit of moisture here, and we're covering up our equipment. We don't want to be, it doesn't want to be a shocking Saturday morning for us.
No, just kind of tuck things in, and that's the rustling you're hearing. Oh, did we turn it sideways?
Yeah, that's not the wind. That's just us wrestling stuff around here. Yeah. There we go. All right. So while Art and I continue to sit here and get wet, all of our equipment is now covered. We're kind of flying blind, so to speak. This is why we wouldn't fly in the dark, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. You need to have visual flight rules to be able to fly under.
Yes.
But do that shopping on Balloon Fiesta stuff. And while you're there, subscribe to What's Up Wednesday. That's at the bottom of every page on Balloon Fiesta stuff. What's Up Wednesday is a weekly email that actually I write in conjunction with the merchandise folks. And so it comes out every Wednesday, as we said, and it gives you not only what's happening in the store as things happen at Balloon Fiesta, we'll tip you off to those, give you the heads up on when tickets are about to go on sale. We do a big special sale in December, so we'll tell you all the details about that as we get closer to that.
Great values and bargains. I've been on there before.
Absolutely. So that's the game plan there. The other thing that I'd like to clue you in on, What's Up Wednesday viewers already know that something exciting is coming in November. I'll give you that heads up here. We may be a chance to talk about it tomorrow morning, but we're coming up with a brand new pin deal. Let me use that word. So it's going to be a great setup for the pin collectors. We already put a set of mystery pins out that you buy a box, and there are 2 different pins in the box. You don't know what it is until you get the box and you actually open it up. And there are 12 pins in the set. You're going to get 2 of them. And then the idea being that on today, you could actually trade here on Balloon Fiesta Park at 11 o'clock. You could come in and actually trade those pins so that you can collect the entire set of 12 pins. One of the really cool things about that is, while there are 1,150 boxes of 2 pins, and there's, like I said, a set of 12 pins, one of those 12 pins, there are only 100 of them made. So think of it as the golden ticket, like from Willy Wonka.
So very limited.
Very limited on that one. And yeah, so yeah, check out the new project we're doing with the mystery pins, and then make sure you're subscribed to What's Up Wednesday, because on the first Wednesday in November, we're going to release this whole new pin collecting concept.
All right, sounds fun. Well, being a pin person,
pin trader, yeah.
I'm extremely excited about that. I ran into Chris Cutter last night, and he had 4 of those boxes in tow.
Yeah,
so he was just really excited and showing me the backs of them and the fronts of them, and so I know that pins are a big thing out here, and I've been collecting those things since the 70s, so it's a lot of fun. And again, innovating, you know, changing to the times, trying to create more with what we do out here at Balloon Fiesta. So I'm going to be on the lookout on What's Up Wednesday.
It will be there, and someone was surprised that we even wrote one during Balloon Fiesta, because there was one that came out on Wednesday, and actually it talked about and told you the whole details, all the details about the mystery pin box, which of course was just released on Thursday. So that's the place to stay on top of all the activities of Balloon Fiesta stuff, our official merchandise line, but we also throw in regular Balloon Fiesta news and updates as we go along the year as well, as we're coming up on those announcements of this event, tickets being available, etc. All of that happens, and you'll find out about it first on What's Up Wednesday. So that little shower has actually already, I feel, starting to dissipate.
Yeah, it is. As I was looking, the stage lights will kind of blind you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming down a little bit. But again, looking at the radar, this thing is passing us fairly quickly. So,
yep.
And I don't see anything back behind it, which is a nice indicator.
And it lines up with everything we're hearing from our weather folks. course, just about the time we got everything covered, that's when it stopped. That's it had already peaked.
Of course.
So we're going to, I believe, still get some balloon action in this morning. There's still, what time is it? We're still 30 minutes away from sunrise at 7 o'clock, 28 minutes actually.
And this is where you'll see, you know, how dedicated these balloon crews are, because you had several balloons already out. They had their systems set up, and they will come back out after this comes through because they want to put on a show. Trust me, none of the pilots, none of the crews, and none of us want to come out here and have no activities. We want to put on a show, so the show must go on, and we'll see what happens in the next 30 minutes.
As disappointed as you may be as a spectator when the balloons don't fly, I can guarantee that the pilots and crews are twice as disappointed as you are that we didn't put it up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, we'll just kind of keep checking on what's happening here.
And there is no rain in it.
No, it has definitely stopped. Like I said, just as we got everything covered, that was definitely a light little sprinkle, not even a shower.
The crack weather crew said light shower, and it really was, in your point, more of a sprinkle.
Yep.
So it does rain in the desert. Not that we're in the desert. You know, it's funny. I live more on the east side of the country now, and I'll go around and tell people that I'm from Albuquerque, and they kind of look at me and go, wow, you know, you're down there in the desert. I said, well, really, no, it's high mountain. It's high desert is what it is. Because they don't realize that we have the 4 seasons here in Albuquerque, just as many of the other parts of the country do. In fact, the last 5 years, they've had more snow here in Albuquerque, and it's not been a ton, than where I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's kind of amazing.
I remember probably 30, 35 years ago, there was one of those books that gets published about, you know, the best places to live and those types of things. And they rank the cities, and of course, all very subjective. You know, you have to look at where the author is living to see what their
and what
bias
activities
might be.
they like to participate in. You know, whether they're a foodie or they like going out and enjoying the outdoors and so on and so forth.
And I remember that they ranked Albuquerque higher than San Diego, which sounds kind of weird, but the reason they did is because Albuquerque has 4 seasons and San Diego has about 1.5.
Right.
So again, that's where that bias comes back in. This person wanted to see the 4 different seasons.
Well, we just have one of the seasons go through, so maybe we'll have, hopefully we don't have all 4 seasons today, but you know.
Yeah. There, and this happens around the country. I've seen it happen for pretty much every location where, so winter was at 10 o'clock, spring was at 11 o'clock, but then we're into summer by 2 o'clock. So yeah, you can cycle through all of them in the course of a day. And then the other phrase, big here, but again, I'm sure big everywhere. You don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes and it'll change.
And we're right in the process of that now.
Yeah, except it's more on the 10-minute scale as opposed to 15. Hey, you know, we are now on the Tom Rutherford broadcast deck. For years, we have broadcast on the PA system from this deck, and it was known as the top secret, super secret announce tower, because just the voices came from here, and no one really knew where they were coming from because of the speakers all the way around the field. And then when we started doing Balloon Fiesta Live and you could actually see where we were, it became not quite so secret, and because it went from a couple of microphones to a cameras and a set and a backdrop and all that other stuff, so we started calling it the rooftop studio. And of course, one of the very first announcers was Tom Rutherford. He was actually at 1972. He was, as he says, assigned to the task of promoting their 50th birthday party, working very closely with Sid Cutter to bring balloons in and all this other kind of great stuff. And then Sid and Tom decided to put this whole partnership together, and they were a great partnership for a long time. And while Sid took care of the ballooning side, Tom took care of the announcing side of this. So we're going to go ahead and take a little look. We'll get back to Diane in a few minutes, just kind of have her hang on a couple of days ago, the city of Albuquerque came up and dedicated the deck, because we're on the roof, dedicated the deck to Tom Rutherford. And so, like I said, we're on the Tom Rutherford broadcast deck. Now, there's another deck on the other side of the roof that's going to be the Tom Rutherford observation deck. But I put together a little video, and hopefully, Steve, you've picked up that this is where I'm going.
Yes.
And yeah, so let's take a look at how that whole dedication and how all this came about.
Most everyone considers Sid Cutter the founder of Balloon Fiesta. And it was Sid who brought the first hot air balloon to Albuquerque, and then was in charge of getting balloons to town for what is now known as the first Balloon Fiesta. But there was another key player that was involved as well.
So KOB Radio wanted to have the biggest balloon race ever, and I was assigned to work on it. And
I got to tell you a little something on Tommy. He showed up out here at the shopping center with a packet of passes so that people could come into the field. And when he gets there, you understand, nobody advertised this except KOB Radio and Television. When he gets there, there's 20,000 people there. There's one policeman on horseback, and he takes these passes and just throws them in the back seat because these people are all around balloons.
The event was the beginning of a long-time friendship and partnership that found the two organizing the first World Championship in 1973, piloting balloons for commercial entities, and more.
These days I'm the public address announcer, so I sit up on the roof. I remember the first balloon blowing. And I remember being up on the tower the first night when it happened here, and 200, maybe 300 balloons all lit their burners at once, and I started crying. It was the most dramatic, amazing thing I think I've ever experienced in my life.
The whole field lights up.
Yeah, it was, it was beyond my comprehension.
Tom became known as the voice of Fiesta, not only for his work on the PA, but also for his work as the MC for all the Balloon Fiesta events, especially his work with America's Challenge gas balloon events, from the launches to the awards banquet. Tom passed away last year, and on Wednesday, the city of Albuquerque honored him by renaming the rooftop decks on the top of the event center at Balloon Fiesta Park.
3, 2, 1.
The larger area on the east side will now be known as the Tom Rutherford deck, while the smaller one on the west side, where Tom used to be the announcer, will be known as the Tom Rutherford broadcast deck. These days, Balloon Fiesta Live streams from that deck, and we're honored to carry on and expand on Tom's legacy of informing, entertaining, and delighting balloon enthusiasts around the world.
So there you have it. Continuing to carry on the legacy Tom started, and in our continuous improvement mode, we're building on it and we're expanding on it, and hopefully Tom is indeed watching from above and pleased with what we're doing.
A fabulous piece you put together. That was
Thank
outstanding. And also, being at all 53 of these, I distinctly remember Tom's voice as being the original voice of the Balloon Fiesta. So we thank you, Tom, for being the trailblazer that you were, you and Sid. I always loved the story that Sid told about him showing up with the passes, and he just kind of threw him in the back seat like, okay, I'm done. So we hear Diane has got some folks for us down there on the field, and hopefully they've stayed out of the moisture. So Diane, who do you have with us this morning?
I have a big group here. I have folks from Georgia. I have folks again from Minnesota. And I have David Silverman, who I saw last Sunday. And what do you have there, David?
I brought a picture of us, my family, with Diane. And we're excited about Balloon Fiesta this year. And I wanted to get your autograph on this photo that I printed.
Okay, I'll sign can I sign it over my face?
Sure, wherever you want.
Oh, my. Can I sign Ted's name?
Oh, I got another one printed of them, and I'm going to go get their signature later.
Okay, thank you.
Tell them to expect me.
He does selfies. We have the little sign. Appreciate that. You love Fiesta.
Love it.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
My first time, I think.
And we're ready for him up here, Diane.
Yeah, we're ready for him. I tell him I love the hat.
We're from Georgia, yes. Yes, we're from Athens, Georgia.
And you saw the Special Shapes Rodeo last night?
Yes, it was amazing. We saw the brain, the balloon brain, and I'm a psychology major, so it was super cool.
Yeah. Is it going to help you with your studies a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
She's had to label it already multiple times.
And you're here at the Gondola Club, Mom?
Yes, we are. This is great. We were general admission yesterday, Gondola Club today. Really nice having special parking, food, drinks, cover when we need it. So it's very nice.
But like I said, it's my first time at the Gondola Club. Bruce, my fellow Minnesotan, you just got in this morning.
No, we had last night already.
But first time here at the Balloon Fiesta. You saw the Dawn Patrol, the balloons lighting up behind us?
And all of the cop cars and all of that trying to get in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of kind of craziness. People on our show, Balloon Fiesta Live, don't really see what's going on behind us, right? There's a lot of activity. We got another family over here. We're going to go chase them down. Thank you, John. Thank you, Bruce. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Laura, and this is Owen and Sage and Jared. Where did we go? Oh, he's over here.
And you said you watch?
We watch Balloon Fiesta live almost every morning of the Fiesta. We really like watching before school and on mornings when we can't get down here to the field. So,
what do you like about it?
What do you guys like about Balloon Fiesta balloons? The balloons.
Yeah. But Mom, as a mom, you have the TV on before they go to school. There must be something educational here.
Kind of an incentive to get out of bed, come watch the balloons. We can see them from our home. We live in Crowless, and so it's neat to see them live in the air and then up close on TV too.
And you're going to see yourself because this is, of course, archived on the Balloon Fiesta page. There's a little tab right there, or you go to balloonfiestalive.com and you'll see your kids. Can you give us a big smile? Can you say hi, Art and Ted?
Hi, Art and Ted. Hi, Art and Ted.
Can you say back to the studio?
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Watch out, those guys could be taking your job next, Diane. They got that down.
They're coming for us.
They are. And the Silverman guy, he's got pictures of us to autograph too.
Nice, very nice.
So, yeah.
See, as I was speaking before, Tristan McLean was up and he was inflated fully and his crew was able to take them down, avoid the little rain shower. But how dedicated are these crews out here because they want to continue to put on the show. They have the envelope back out. They're cold inflating again, and we should soon see the Exxon Mobil Enchanted
Horizon.
Yeah,
Enchanted Horizon. And that, when they built that balloon a couple of years ago, they actually had a contest of all the ExxonMobil employees to name the balloon.
Yes.
So that's what they chose. It fits perfectly with the Painted Horizons theme this year here at Balloon Fiesta. Of course, next year's theme actually got released early this year. We released it on Tuesday morning. Actually, I think we talked about it Monday night at a special event. But the theme for 2026 is the scenic route. And the thinking behind that is next year is the 100th anniversary or the centennial celebration of Route 66.
Which makes its way from Chicago originally all the way out to California.
Gallup, New Mexico.
There you go.
Yeah, always just remember the song. Anyway, the scenic route, there's the bumper sticker for next year. I mentioned shopping earlier at balloonfiestastuff.com. We're starting to put these bumper stickers in with every order. And of course, if you're out here on the field, you can pick them up at our information booths, which is a great way to do that. And get them on your car, tell everybody. In fact, pull out the calendar you bought from Balloon Fiesta Stuff and go look at October 3rd and start figuring out how you're going to get here. What days are you going to be here? If you can't remember or can't decide, you can't be here all 9 days. Do I come on Monday, Tuesday? Do I come on Thursday, Friday? Go back and watch Balloon Fiesta Live and see what happens on those days.
Well, when people ask me all the time, what are the best days? And I say all 9 of them. It just depends on, what you're able to get time off. If you could come for all 9, that's fantastic because, we can't control some things. We can control other things. We can't control Mother Nature, so we never really know. So be prepared to, there's another great moonshot from our team.
And you see how fast the clouds are moving out.
Yeah. Be prepared to come out here and enjoy your time, and we always make it fun out here at Balloon Fiesta for you folks. Whether we fly or we don't fly, there's always activities out here on the field, from the chainsaw carvers to Main Street to the Main Street stage. Heck, you can even come out here and heckle us from down in front of sponsor hospitality if you'd like. So yeah, all 9 days is what I say.
In fact, talking about things we can control and can't, someone on the YouTube chat here says, and this comes up every time we have an event where we can't get something together because of the weather. Why do they always have it that same week?
I was just going to bring that up, yeah.
Yeah, why do we? So we always get that comment, and frankly, in that interview that I pulled clips from with Tommy and Sid, they actually talk about, because that first one was the birthday party, timed to the birthday in April. Then they said, well, let's pick the time for the World Championships, which was going to be the next year. And they actually went to February, with the idea being that, hey, they could get hotel rooms in February, not the high tourist season. So that worked out, except that it snowed on them for flying. So they actually did commission some sort of weather study, and they determined that the first week in October, in long range looking, is the best week to do this. And in fact, last year we got all 14 events in over 9 days. So far, we have only lost one of, where are we, 10?
Yep.
1 of 10. So yeah, this is a good week. Typically, it's not 100%, but it is the best week of the year.
Well, and for people that don't know, that don't live here, you can't really do it in September because you have the New Mexico State Fair that's still in Albuquerque, and typically you would get the monsoon rains during that time. So we don't want to have, we just noticed, we don't want to have rains around hot air balloons. So yeah, for years and years and years, this has traditionally been the best week, and I still think that it is. Like you said, last year we were 100%. And even Tom Bueno, who is the assistant balloon meister, he's 3 of 4 right now, and that's probably the best that we've had for evening events in many, many years, other than last year.
Yeah, a few years ago, we, which was our 50th, unfortunately lost a number of events, kind of the most we've ever lost for our 50th anniversary. But then, like I said, we recovered. Last year we had all 14. So far we've only lost 1 of 10 this year.
You know, Sid was quite the prankster, so maybe he was playing some pranks on us over the 50th.
On that 50th? You know? I wouldn't be surprised.
So there you see Tristan McLean with the ExxonMobil balloon. You are watching Balloon Fiesta live at the ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, the 53rd edition. I am Ted Mays, along with
Art Lloyd Jr. That view from our Main Street stage camera. You see the big red tarp that they had the balloon laid out on. They put the tarps out so that they can basically keep the balloon a little cleaner, keep it off the dirt, whatever else might be on the ground, rocks, cigarette butts. We won't talk about all the other things we've managed to lay our balloon down.
The geese like it out here quite a bit. So
well, there you go. We can do that.
You kind of avoid some of the geese droppings that they leave for us on their way to Mexico.
And then there you can see kind of an opening in the space just to the left side of the screen.
Yep. That's
another tarp laid out. And of course, the spectators are respecting the tarp because there'll be another balloon.
Wow, look at that shot.
Yeah.
The treetops at the top of the Sandia Mountains. That's about 10,300 feet above sea level, nearly 2 miles.
Conveniently, the restaurant at the top of the mountain, 10-3.
Yes.
Helps us all remember how tall the mountain is.
And back in the day, it was High Finance, as I recall. Wasn't it?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, in fact, there was a whole set. There was High Finance down here in the valley. There was Liquid Assets, and there was another one. Somebody will remind me online, I'm sure.
Yes. Look at the crowds around the ExxonMobil balloon. Before long, we should start seeing some other participants start to join the fun.
Being a Saturday, we anticipate a flyover by Chile Flight Express. This is a group of volunteer pilots that have built and or continue to maintain their own planes. And they do this formation flyover for different events here in Albuquerque and around the state. It's a great way to get a flyover, and they love doing flyovers for Balloon Fiesta. They have sent us some fabulous pictures. And talking about pin trading, they have their own pin this year.
Ooh, they do?
Yes. So you need to be looking for a Chili Flight Express pin.
Well, I may have to go do that. You know, last weekend when we had the opening ceremonies, that was the most amazing demonstration as they flew over. I've never seen that much liquid propane go at one time, to be honest with you.
Well, because of the static display that we saw of Krispy Kreme and Dawn Patrol, short one because of that little shower that came through, you can expect that there's a whole lot of burners being set up out there today. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of them. They're proud of their practicing. There's JB Aiken. Well, that's not him.
I think it's Crew Chief.
Yeah, in the
flying our banner this year.
Oh, look, they got a little guy in the basket there giving someone
the system.
So JB and Aiken and Pat Irwin have alternated flying our balloon camera for us. Great shots, and especially from Pat Irwin. Pat broke the Balloon Fiesta Live camera curse of putting a camera in a balloon and off it went elsewhere. This year, he brought it over the field twice, scored extremely well. The preliminary results, preliminary overall results I saw last night had Pat in 10th position overall.
Oh, top 10.
Top 10, which means he gets to have banner number 10 next year, if that holds. And
we may need some of that prize money after we guided him in right to the end of the tip of that triangle the other day.
Yeah, right here, right here, right here.
Well, we got viewers out in Canfield, Ohio. Good morning to you. Out in Texas, Fort Worth. Special shout out to Miss Ivy and Janine Clapper watching us from Norman, Oklahoma. Glad you can join us this morning.
I should say hi to my wife's sister, Terry. She's been watching us every day.
Yeah, we get the critiques all the time, Terry. Thanks for watching.
Good show. Hey, you could have done that a little better. You get it all. Hi, Terry. Glad that you're watching.
And we just had Mrs.
She probably just fell out of her chair and spilled her coffee.
We had just Mrs. Bays just FaceTime me, and I said, "Is something wrong?" And she says, "No, I just screwed up on the time. Sorry. Enjoy your show."
What a great week it's been, though.
It has been a
great competitions.
We've had some great visitors up here on the stage.
Yeah, super glow last night. The new drone camera angles that we've been able to bring you. Because we send those balloons up and they're all basically in static positions. And our cameras are basically static. We've got a few that kind of wander around in and amongst them. But the shot tends to kind of be, the shots are kind of limited. Adding the drone shot, being able to move it around, we're able to see all kinds of great angles. And especially last night to be able to watch and see which shapes are actually already inflated, which are still in the process, and then of course during the entire glow.
I love the new drone shots. I mean, Gary Williams and his team, and you know, we're using another drone as well. Just fantastic. I mean, we're seeing things we've never been able to see before. We're able to see the whole entire field because we're down here on the rooftop. Even though we're elevated and we can see a lot, when that first row goes up, we kind of lose. You know, we're kind of ducking in between the balloons. We kind of lose what's on the north end of the field. And sometimes when you've been out on the field, you kind of just be, you lose your mind because you're going around, there's balloons all around you, 360 degrees, and you really don't get to see all of the shapes. And this allows us to show everybody all of the shapes. So if you've been down on the field and you missed some, you got to go back and watch Balloon Fiesta Live because we'll show them all to you.
Well, our elevation is basically equator, which is the widest part of the balloon. So we still have to look up at the top when there's a balloon standing up right here on row 1.
Great shot of the sunrise coming over the Sandia Mountains.
Color enhanced slightly because of our great camera work, but it is starting to lighten up as we move to within a couple of minutes of the national anthem. And this morning, the national anthem is going to be performed by the Enchanted Mesa Show Choir.
Yes. You can hear those burners right below us off the rooftop deck. People rigging their systems. getting ready to participate in this morning's activities. There's that drone shot we were talking about. Look at all the people.
Yep. You see the Main Street stage, and actually you can see the scissor lift, which is where one of our cameras is, just to the left of the stage, to the right of the ExxonMobil balloon. Kind of right above where that burner was. It's obviously a distance away, but if you were to follow that burner shot, not that one, the other one that was there. Is this that, yeah, the glow with the flow balloon of Chris McCord?
Chris McCord.
Can't miss that one in the air.
No, and typically they're all wearing tutus. Maybe they're tutued out this late in Fiesta. I don't know.
Oh, there's one.
There's one. Chris promised me he'd wear one, but I don't think I've seen him wearing one.
Is that him in the basket?
That's him in the basket.
Yeah. It looks like him. Great shots, and since we know most of these guys and gals, when we get those shots, we can help point them out to you.
Yeah.
Now JB's in the basket.
Now there's.
Yeah, that's JB. Still has the basket on his platform.
His chase vehicle.
Yeah, still on the back. So it does not appear we're going to be flying today, but we should be doing a static display. We're going to get our all burn, candle burn here. So we understand we're ready for the national anthem. Here's the Enchanted Mesa Show Choir. Live video on that. I'm thinking that was a solid minute of all burn. In fact, it's still going on by a number of the pilots.
Another big wow.
Absolutely.
I got goosebumps on that one again.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And feel the heat? Do you feel the heat?
If you were cold, you're not cold any longer.
Not cold now.
They're probably having to hold Tristan down over there so he doesn't go up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you said
And now Chili Flight, of course, they came over from north to south. They're going to go make a big turn to the east, and shortly they'll be coming back over from east to west. And while they were in formation going over, they're going to do their starburst off to the as they come back over the top of us.
So we're getting ready for, it looks to be a static display this morning at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, the ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. I am Ted Mays, along here with my broadcast partner, Art Lloyd Jr., and we're preparing up on the rooftop studio for some special guests that have decided to join us. We still have some still burning down there, Art.
We do.
That's like a 2-minute burn.
That's into that, yeah. You can just see the coils on those burners are starting to turn red hot.
Starting to glow a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, get their own kind of glow. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they want to do it again. They want to do it again. They're not done. Well, because here comes Chili Flight.
Yes.
Here comes Chili Flight back over the top. Again, Chili Flight, volunteer group of pilots. They come out and do this. They volunteer their flights all around the state on all different kinds of occasions. And what I keep hearing from people who have talked to them is that this is their favorite. They love doing this one. They absolutely love doing it.
It's got to be amazing as you're flying over just to see all that. There's the glowing coils of the burners.
Yeah, so those are the coils we're talking about. The propane goes through there and heats when you're burning, and that's where the heat is going. And so those are the things that when you burn that long, you're about to turn that metal pretty
And not only do you see all the cowboy hats around the gondola there of Enchanted Horizons and Tristan McLean, but you see the major tie-offs that are tied back to the trailer, or to the actual chase vehicle.
Right.
Never tie off to a trailer.
No, not unless you want to lose the trailer.
Right.
And still go flying anyway, so, yeah. All righty, so the idea here now is that we're going to do a static setup of balloons. And so we'll be setting those balloons up and doing a static display. A couple of balloons that did not participate in the candlestick already have air in their balloons, and the rest are getting some in. So while they are standing things up, where are you going?
Just rearranging myself here. I was all tangled up, standing up watching that.
I was going to say, you want to be here for this.
No, I'm right here. I just didn't want to fall over.
Yeah, because
I may fall over when
you see what's about to happen here. That's exactly, because it's like magic time here on the set again. Hey, we are just so excited that Disneyland and the folks from Disney have come to Balloon Fiesta 2025. We saw a brand new balloon. We saw Mickey for the first time in we don't know how many years, the Mickey balloon. And now here on the set, we've got Philander from Disney to talk about your big celebration that's underway. Hey, thanks for being here.
Martin, thank you all for having us.
Good morning, Philander.
Yeah, we missed the first couple words there, so welcome again.
Yes, well, I thank you for having us. That's the most important thing. We're very happy to be here in Albuquerque. Very special.
So what is this big magical celebration that you guys are doing?
Well, believe it or not, Disneyland in California, Anaheim, the original park that Walt Disney himself put together and walked through, is celebrating 70 years, if you can believe it.
Really? 70 years? Wow. And so what types of things are you doing to celebrate?
We're doing a ton of stuff. You only turn 70 one time, so we wanted to make sure that we had a lot of entertainment and new experiences and attractions for guests to see when they come down to the resort. So, incredible fireworks displays, our Paint the Night Parade, a brand new World of Color water show. We wanted to pull out all of the stops.
And you did.
We did.
And so how long is this celebration going to go on?
Well, it's a long time. We want to make sure that people have an opportunity to come down because we don't want to do anything too short. So it's actually running all the way until the end of next summer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so even right now at the resort, we're celebrating both Halloween and the 70th, and then soon we'll be celebrating the holidays of the 70th. So people have a lot of time to make it down if they want to.
And a lot of extra things that happen. Yeah. So you guys have been here for a few days this week. What's the reception been from the crowd?
You know what, I've been telling a lot of people, it's a lot of passion. You know, we have a lot of very passionate people who love Disney, they love coming to Disneyland, and I'm seeing that same type of passion here in Albuquerque. It's incredible seeing the two communities mixed together, because the passion that I've seen around hot air ballooning has been incredible. And, you know, hearing about people have been, all the volunteers that come down. I met someone who had been volunteering for almost 50 years. Right. It's incredible. I myself have been with the Walt Disney Company for 15 years, so I truly do understand connecting with something and, you know, kind of feeling with your whole heart and wanting to invest in it as much as possible. So having the two of us together here has been really special.
And the reaction to the balloon?
Oh, great. Even better.
I should say balloons.
Balloons.
Plural.
Yeah.
Plural.
Yeah, we have our new balloon, our Celebrate Happiness balloon, which is incredible. It's got wonderful colors on it. You know, like our characters are on it. And then our happiest balloon on Earth, the one shaped like Mickey Mouse, is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get an opportunity to fly?
Yes. We got to see both of them yesterday go off together. It was beautiful. Of course, our teams, they're amazing. They timed both launches at the same time, so they got to go off. So it's been really special getting to see that. And the reception from the crowd was absolutely amazing, getting to see, you know, families and kids enjoy.
Yeah, you came right over me yesterday. Art was down on the field, But did you get to fly? Have you had the opportunity to fly in a balloon?
Not on this trip. I have gotten to flown in the, but not on this trip.
Well, you need to come back to Albuquerque because you need to fly off this field. It's amazing.
To come back. No,
because at that time, it's the
even
happiest place on Earth.
Seeing from the ground also was amazing. I can't even imagine what it's from. We've had some of our friends show pictures of what it looks like from above and how special that was. Just seeing all the people and the balloons. I've been to a balloon festival before, but this is by far the biggest I've ever seen.
Well, you guys are kind of on tour with the balloons here. So, like, where have you been? Where are you going?
Yeah, we just recently came from Phoenix and Tucson, and then we have this wonderful stop here in Albuquerque, and then they're heading on to Las Vegas next.
So, and will people be able to see the balloons at the park if they show up? Is there any plans for that?
Well, we did actually have it. We had it on the very first day, so July 17th on Disneyland's actual birthday. So 70 years to the day we had the balloon there. So that was really special. We had a wonderful party in the morning for our cast members, you know, in celebration to all of that happening. But it's been really great seeing that celebration going on at the resort. The resort is decked out in, you know, beautiful colors. The castle has a new color scheme to fit with it and a beautiful medallion. And of course, our characters are there, and they're wearing wonderful outfits that match the celebration.
Speaking of which, we opened our camera up a little bit, and we see someone kind of waiting in the wings
hiding over there?
There's somebody over there. There's somebody waiting over there. Hi, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Big guy himself. But as you can see, I mean, look at his outfit, right? He is fantastic.
Yeah, that's a fabulous outfit, Mickey. Yeah. And I got to say, we watched you dance down there on the field yesterday. You got it, man. You got it.
He's got moves. He's put me to shame. We've had an opportunity to dance before, but I always kind of have to step to the side because he is just too good. Too good.
He is absolutely too good. So, Mickey, good time here? Everything's been going great? Yeah. We are so excited that you are here. We're glad that you're back, and we hope that you'll come back more often again. Yes.
Yeah, we've been having a blast. We're definitely got to come back to see you all. It's such a special time, and then having all the families and the kids get to see Mickey and Minnie has been amazing. Yeah. You know, getting to show off our wonderful balloon and a matching color scheme for it also has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Too much fun for us.
That is a really great. You look. Yeah, just top notch.
I want this. I want this jacket.
Yeah, why doesn't the rest of the team get to dress like
the crew? The crew should have the jacket. Absolutely. You got to match the balloon. You got to match Mickey. You got to have the whole attire there.
The whole setup there as well. Blender from Disney, thanks for coming. Thanks to all the folks. We've had great fun talking with you up there. Do you have another?
No. Just hey, I've seen Mickey Mouse right in front of us.
There you go. And Minnie was up here the other day.
Yes, we need to get a picture with Mickey because we have one with Minnie.
You have to have that.
Absolutely.
You have to have that.
And people have been sending, by the way, I don't know if you've got a chance to see that. People have been sending us pictures of other balloons with the Mickey and the celebration balloon. Everybody wants their picture with Mickey, whether it's Mickey in person or it's Mickey the balloon. Everybody wants the picture.
We've got all of our bases covered.
You got them all. Thanks, Mickey, for coming up. Thanks, Flander. Thanks to all the folks for Disney. We do hope you guys will come back to Balloon Fiesta in the years to come. We enjoy having you here. Bye-bye, Mickey.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Flander. Always great fun.
Yes. Yeah. MICKEYMOUSC.
So, yeah, we're singing to you, Mickey. Static display here on the field this morning. There's the Coca-Cola balloon. Steve Mitchell standing up the Coca-Cola balloon. We see the UMB Bank balloon. The Fiesta Gold balloon is standing up. Remax is standing up. Sincerely, Paul Smith, the former executive director here at Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah, I don't know if they could show this, but we have a couple pilots that are really jealous that Mickey is up here and not down there with them. There's Tristan McLean and Brad Rice. They just sent me a note. You dirty dogs, they said.
That's great.
So
they're still practicing their dance moves over here.
Yeah, they are. I think they're going to shame us if we go up there. They're going to want us to dance.
They are. Hey, so we're going to watch these balloons inflate while we get our opportunity to get our selfie picture with Mickey. So enjoy the pictures. We'll be right back. Oh, great. Go to Diane. Tell her to fill till we get back from our pictures.
Ah. Oh, this is so much fun out here.
Top deck.
Look at that shot of time. Very nice, very nice.
On the northwestern side of the field, piloted by Tammy Orr.
Or someone else, because she has an additional pilot as well. Tiamo, yep.
Very
yeah.
Very nice. I said earlier in the week I thought the Hammerhead may be my favorite. I don't know. I think I'm liking the Llamas. Actually, I'm liking all of them.
Yeah, my standard answer to what balloon do you like the best? The one I'm looking at.
Yes.
Yeah. So right now it's the Llamas and Lindy. Billy Brooker out of Plano, Texas, built those two Llama balloons. There's Boo peeking through, or is that Teddy Bear?
I don't think that's Boo. Well, maybe not.
Well, I'm kind of looking at the
ear.
The ear
I don't
coming
think the
up.
ghost has an ear on it, so you're probably right. That's Teddy Bear. A great drone shot from our drone camera from Fiesta Live. For those of you that are on the field, you guys should all look up and wave.
See Elvis out there. I saw Little Dog. There's Teddy Bear. Saw the Pirate out there on that drone shot. A number of our new special shapes. They kind of seem to be grouped out there on the north end of the field.
This is a fantastic shot from our vantage point. Both the Llama's eyes are staring us down with an alien bobbing back and forth. Between it, right in front of Alicorn.
Yeah. Alicorn not quite standing up yet, mostly cold inflated. Yeah, we see all the ones we've been talking about.
It's getting a little darker. There's baby T-Rex.
I see Milky Way out there and Lulu. There we go. Pico right in the center. Geronimo off on the right. On the left.
Splash
Bad Drac. And Splash Duck, just see the back of him. He's kind of going off the screen on the right.
All right.
I do like that one too. I think that's a great design, Splash Duck. Of course, it's kind of hard to have a bad design in a special shape. There's Evo peeking through things. Evo the monster.
That's
the friendly monster.
A very friendly monster.
Isn't that is a great shot. Talking about a moment ago, I see Marvin the Martian getting inflated behind there, and the Blue Macaw is up as well on the north edge. All right, let's do another all burn. Another all burn, please. All burn. Here we go. Everybody count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. Very nice, very nice.
Looks like Snowbird is a little late to the party, but they'll have him participating in the glow here shortly.
Well, like we said, they take a little more air, a little more rigging, a little more checking, making sure all the deflation ports are closed. And then a little more room, too, to be able to make everything come together.
Snowbird is one of the taller ones out there.
All right, we're gonna do a flicker burn now. We're gonna do a flicker burn. That means the burners are gonna go on and off and on and off. So those of you taking pictures, this would be a great time to switch to video. So I'm gonna give you a moment to switch your cameras to video. Video mode on your cameras. Video mode, because here comes a flicker burn in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker!
The teeth there. A new balloon.
Sushi, we haven't seen Sushi out for a while. And you mentioned Cutie Dink before. There's Snowbird standing up next to Humphrey. Humpty. Humphrey was my cat. And the stork on the right side of the picture. And you can look right through it and see the Exxon Mobil balloon with Tristan McLean. Let's do another flicker burn. This time, though, since you're already in video mode, let's go to slow-mo mode. Cameras to slow-mo. And balloons, we're gonna do a flicker while they take a slow-mo video. Everybody got their slow-mo video setting? Go ahead, roll the camera. Here comes a flicker in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker!
Some fantastic shots out there by our Balloon Fiesta Live team. Again, folks, you're here on the field tonight. You're taking all those pictures and videos, but you are able to go home once you've watched the show tonight and rewatch it again, as we've archived all 9 years of Balloon Fiesta Live. I'm Ted Mays with my broadcast partner,
Art Lloyd Jr. Excited to be able to pull off this Glodio for you tonight. So, I don't know if you just checked out your slow-mo video or not, but you might want to do that, or just wait and get it. We'll do that again. We'll get you to set up to do that. And you're going to love that video, trust me. Let's get back to an all burn, please, an all burn. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn. Looking good, looking good.
Very nice, very nice.
So, of course, you know, when you take pictures here at Balloon Fiesta, the most photographed event in the world, you need to post them, and you need to tag them with hashtag Balloon Fiesta. And since you're on Balloon Fiesta Live, you might as well tag it with Balloon Fiesta Live as well. So what I'd like you to do is let's get everybody to set up for a selfie picture. Everybody's gonna take a selfie. We're gonna post all of them to social media later tonight. Set up for a selfie, and we're gonna do an all burn with our balloons. Get the camera flipped around, get that angle, get the balloon in the picture, or the burners, or the basket, whatever you're gonna put in your selfie picture. Get ready, an all burn for an all selfie picture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, selfie!
nice. Nicely done.
Very nice. Remember, we want to see all those posted to social media tonight. Hashtag Balloon Fiesta or Balloon Fiesta Live. Hashtag it with both. So, of course, we know that there's a lot of TikTok fans out there as well. So I'd like you to set up for a TikTok video. A TikTok video. Get ready to take a TikTok video. And we're going to do a flicker burn to the TikTok video. Everybody ready to take a TikTok video? Here we go. Flicker burn for a TikTok in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Video flicker.
Awesome job, folks. Awesome job. Special thank you to the pilots and crew making this happen.
Looking really good. But you know what would make it look even better? Is if we saw all of your cell phones light up. You think so? I heard one person say yes. So we're going to go ahead and try it. We're going to do an all burn with our balloons, but we want all the cell phones on the field to light up as well. And what I'd like you to do is to point your cell phone either to the east, to the west, to the north, or to the south, whichever you're closest to. That's where our cameras are so that we can capture the cell phone lights. So point your cell phone north, south, east, or west. Don't put it up until we get to the base of the countdown. Balloon pilots, you're gonna do an all burn. Everybody out there is gonna do a cell phone light up with us. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody light it up. You all look fabulous out there.
Outstanding.
Great job. Excellent.
And with that new drone footage, you should have seen all of you lighting up out there. Not just the balloons, but all the people in the field.
All right. You know, you guys did that so well. You did that so well. We're going to challenge you with a cell phone flicker. Now, the way you do a cell phone flicker is you turn the light on and you raise it over your head and then you put it down. You raise it over your head, you put it down. You raise it over your head and you put it down. And this time, I'd like you to point your cell phones to the south. To the south, we want the cell phones to go. Balloons, you're going to do a flicker burn. Cell phones, you're going to do a flicker. Up, down, up, down. Remember, wait for us to get to the countdown. Point your cameras to the south. Here we go. Flicker in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker. Up, down, up, down.
Up, down.
That was just fabulous, you guys.
Incredible views from up above.
I wish you could all see the shot that we can see from here. Yeah, and as Dennis been telling you, you can, when you get home tonight, go to BalloonFiestaLive.com and watch yourselves. And if you can find yourself in there, be sure to tag yourself as well. All right, let's get back to an all burn. Cell phones, if you'd like to participate, you can, or you can go back to taking pictures. Cell phones, if you want to do it, everybody else in all burn. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn. All right, so we're gonna get, let's see, we got time for probably 2 quick flickers. So we're gonna do a flicker burn here. Remember, this is a great time to take a video or a slow-mo video. So flicker burn, please, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker. All right, looking good. Hey, you hear that airplane above? That's Team Fast Tracks. They're gonna jump in at 7:30 with their pyrotechnics show. So we want to give them a great show because they've got cameras up in that plane. So we're gonna do one more flicker. This will be the last flicker. We've got some Allbirds coming up. But we're gonna do a flicker as they come around the west side. Here we go, flicker, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker.
Very nice.
All right, we got time for like about 2 more Allbirds. I'm gonna see if I can get the aircraft on the radio here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an Allbird and all cell phones. And I want you to point the cell phones to the sky. Team Fast Tracks, this is announced. If you hear us, we're gonna do an Allbird and all cell phones. We're gonna point our cell phones up to you in the sky, Team Fast Tracks.
And let's have everyone out there do the countdown with us from 5.
Here we go. Cell phones pointed up. Allbird in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allbird.
Fantastic.
And here comes our last Allbird as the plane makes the turn back south. Cell phones up to the plane. Point them at the plane. Allbird, it's our last one. And here we come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allbird. So that concludes our official part of our Glodio tonight. So our balloon pilots are going to start taking their balloons down. Now we don't take them all down at the same time. What we learned from the very first one back in the 80s was that when we release that much hot air from that many balloons, it creates a huge thermal or updraft, which means all the cooler air around the side of the field gets sucked into the center of it. So we're going to start having balloons start to take them down. Meanwhile, those who are going to be later in the process of coming down will continue to keep their burners and their balloons standing up. So you can get some of those individual pictures as well.
Again, be mindful for the crews and the pilots out there as they bring these systems down. Again, there are ropes that will be being brought down. So again, please, when you hear the whistles and they're clearing them down, clear the way so they can put these systems away so they can be ready tomorrow for our next mass ascension.
Tell Bill we're going back to him.
So Art, I would say that was quite a successful Glodio.
Absolutely. And I think the idea, I can't wait to see the video from Team Fast Track's plane. Hopefully they'll be sharing that with us. They've already shared some great stuff from Glows earlier in the week. Hopefully they got some great shots, and hopefully we'll be able to share that with you. Hey, so from the rooftop studio, we're going to let you go and enjoy Team Fast Tracks, the drone show, and the fireworks. We're going to continue online as well. Be sure and go back and watch us, balloonfiestalive.com, all the replays. We're live at 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 p.m. in the evening here in the Mountain Time Zone. Art Lloyd Jr. and Ted Mays will catch you online.
Good night, everyone.
All right, so we're back on Balloon Fiesta Live as we continue. As you heard us say, we just had a great globe, or Glodio.
Again, what a difference 24 hours makes, right?
Oh,
This time we were still dodging raindrops last night, and it's such a special treat. I know people wait year-round to see not just the glows, but the special-shaped Glodios. So we appreciate all the hard work from the pilots and the crews out there. Obviously, the support staff, the safety, flight safety team here at Fiesta, headed up by Mr. Mike Garcia, Assistant Balloon Meister, Mr. Tom Bueno. I have to give him a thumbs up. That's 3 for 4, not too shabby, based on what we've had in the evenings in the past. So I think everyone's leaving Fiesta Field. Not quite yet. They're going to stick around for the Team Fast Tracks, the drone show, and the fireworks, but they're going to be leaving with smiling faces as they depart Fiesta Field this evening.
Happy dreams later tonight.
Yes, sir.
So again, we are giving our balloons just a little bit longer than our regular shapes because it takes a little longer to deflate these, just like it did to inflate them. Part of the issue here is that all these shapes, looking at Tall Steve, that nose is going to have to be deflated separately than the rest of the balloon. His feet are going to have to be deflated separately. What I mean by that is they have their own deflation ports that they'll have to open up. And then typically what you do is once the balloon is totally deflated, then you reseal those so that you don't necessarily have to do those when you inflate the next time.
Yes, we've discussed this pretty much throughout the week. I mean, some of these have multiple in the teens and 20s of deflation ports, so in the dark it makes it a little bit more difficult, but these crews are well seasoned, especially when they come to Albuquerque, and they will have them down and ready to roll first thing tomorrow morning. Years to be able to build one.
That said, it's time for us to say goodnight and let you watch the fireworks and the drone show taking place here on the field. We'll be back for Saturday morning's Mass Ascension right here on BalloonFiestaLive.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the drone show and the fireworks. We'll see you in the morning. I'm Art Lloyd Jr.
I'm Ted Mays. So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.